Now, if somebody is struggling with this condition, who is the best person to contact to get help? What type of healthcare professional is best suited or best equipped to deal with your condition?
That's quite a difficult question to answer, because as an audiologist, I would say to you that tinnitus is most certainly linked to one's auditory system. So for me, a logical point of entry into the care system would be via an audiologist, because I would want to know if I had tinnitus, which actually I do. I would want to know, is there something happening to my hearing, and is that why I've got this ringing in my ears that I experience as a kind of phantom in my head? So for me, a logical point of entry, because tinnitus is directly connected to one's auditory system, is the audiologist. However, patients also seek help from their general practitioners, and general practitioners are, in my experience, becoming more and more aware of the fact that an audiologist has got probably a central role to play in holding together the management plan of a patient. So I think that's where patients usually start, either an audiologist or a general practitioner, and some of them may have conditions like otosclerosis or Meniere's disease that require input from an ENT specialist. So there are numbers of doors to get into the system, and I think that I'd be controversial if I said there's a door with a number 1 on it and you get in through this door only, because reality is that people access help via different routes. But once somebody is into the system with tinnitus, regardless of where they actually enter the system, an audiologist plays a very key role in helping the patient to understand the problem that is tinnitus, and then obviously that person, that audiologist, would be ethically obliged to make appropriate referrals, and that might be to a psychiatrist, to a psychiatrist, not back to the general practitioner, with respect to the general practitioners, to a psychiatrist, maybe to a psychologist who is a trained mindfulness practitioner, to a cognitive behavioral specialist. So the audiologist thinks about who is appropriate in managing this patient, having listened really carefully and with very deep attention to the story the patient tells you of their tinnitus. Because every patient comes with a story that's a kind of series of events, and then the patient gets well and truly hooked into those other loops that I told you about. And so the audiologist listens really carefully. Is there a hearing issue here? Do I need perhaps to look at technology? Should I be providing as many techniques and skills as I myself can as an audiologist? Should I make a referral to a psychotherapist with an interest in hypnotherapy? Should I send this person to a psychiatrist? Should I send the person for psychotherapy? And the audiologist remains the coordinator of all of those, because, as I said, at base, it really is about the hair cells, the eighth nerve, and the auditory part of the brain. And an audiologist is the person who understands that best. And so I think the audiologist really is in a position to take the patient's best interests and say, let me manage for you a holistic, comprehensive package of care for your problem.